Welcome to Sunday with Mike. Many of you are watching our show for the first time, and I wanted to say thank you for joining us, especially those who keep coming back week after week. I'm just a working DJ like most of you. I have been a disc jockey on air and a mobile DJ for a really long time. My goal with this show is simple. I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned along the way to help you. It was my way of paying it forward. John Young with the Disc Jockey News gave me that chance with this show each week, and I hope that you'll like what we've put together. Today makes our 19th show, and I'm very proud of what we've covered so far. If you would like to go back and watch some of our previous shows, we share a link in the description each week that will take you to the vault where John has them all stored in one convenient place. If you find something helpful in today's show, would you do me a favor and pay it forward by telling someone about the show or even sharing a link with some of your friends? That will help all of us. So let's dive in. On today's show, I'll cover some of the clever texting ideas, why paying attention to details matter. We'll discuss posting etiquette on social media, and finally, a way to monitor your name and your company's name on the internet to know exactly what's being said about you. I'll be right back after I grab a cup of coffee. I've got my coffee. I hope you have yours. Have you ever noticed that more and more clients want to send you text messages instead of just picking up the phone and emailing you? Guess what? I don't think it's going to get any better. In fact, you should expect to increase the amount of texting that you're going to be doing. In many ways, texting, in my opinion, is a huge waste of time. Emails and phone calls can deliver more information in less time than a text message can. So why are people texting so much? I believe that the answer is mostly because they can't use their phone to make a personal phone call from work, and if they use the office computer to send an email, they will get into trouble. So they use their phones, and they're going to have to type on it anyway, so why not use the format they're most familiar with? Text messages. Clients don't care if they're inefficient. All they care about is what's convenient for them and not getting in trouble at work. So how can we meet our clients halfway and make this whole process more efficient for us as vendors? I met someone a few years back, and he has come up with a very clever way to use a smartphone technology to your advantage. Meet Robert Walk. What Robert did was to take a simple built-in feature that smartphones have and make it a workhorse for his business. How did he do it? There's something called shortcut keys where you can assign a text to any key combination that you want, and this way you just type in the shortcut keys and it automatically replaces itself with your longer message. As an example, you could set up OMW and your smartphone would see that as a trigger and it would replace that message with I'm on my way. You could decide what the shortcut is and what the replacement text will say. So the sky is really the limit. So imagine having a bunch of shortcut keys called 001 through 100 or whatever, and 01 said, "Hi, my name is Mike with the Disc Jockey News. How are you today?" You can begin to see the power of what Robert created. At a recent DJ convention, he offered a package with his custom messages for an entire conversation with a new client, ready to go. All you had to do was tweak in your company name and adjust the wording to make it your own. You can contact him on his website, and I'll post that link in the description below for you. Do you have any tricks that help you with texting in your business? If so, share it in the comments section down below, and I'll be right back.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
In promoting your business segment, I'd like to discuss why paying attention to details are so important to the success of your business. You need to pay attention to everything that clients share with you and not just the big stuff. When a client meets with you, you should send them a follow-up email thanking them for taking the time to come and meet with you. When a client sends you a payment, send them an email saying thanks and letting them know that you received the payment. When a client shares something special with you, write it down so you don't forget. Here's something that happened to me recently. A wedding couple had come to meet with me, and we were discussing many things about their wedding day. I had not been hired at this point, and they mentioned why they had selected this particular day as their wedding date. I thought it was a great story and suggested that they write down all these details and allow me to share that with everyone at their wedding reception. They thought it was a great idea too, and they ended up hiring me that night. I made a note of that story and followed up with them before their wedding. They had been super busy and had never thought about writing that out again after our meeting. But more importantly, they were impressed that I was paying attention and reminded them of something that they had completely forgotten about. They thanked me many times for being so thoughtful and really listening to them during our meeting. I get compliments often from clients for just paying attention. You can learn a lot by listening. Do yourself a favor and really pay attention to everything that is being said by anyone that you're in a conversation with. You can learn so much more about them if you'll just sit back and listen. Then make notes and then follow through with those details. So many people are just rushing through business. When someone realizes just how much you are really listening to their desires, concerns, wants, and needs, you will be so far ahead of your competition, you'll wonder why you never thought of this yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll be right back. In today's Wildcard segment, I wanted to discuss something called social media etiquette. How can this help or hurt your credibility as a person and as a business? You know, long before the internet and social media were created, we had a way of typing messages to each other in chat rooms on something called bulletin board systems. This preceded the internet, and it established the protocol that if you typed your message in all capital letters, you were quote-unquote screaming at the other person. Once in a while, you'll still see someone make reference to that in today's social media. This is also where smiley faces and other text-based art was born. Why am I telling you this? Well, you need to understand that social media is not the Wild Wild West where anything goes. Think of yourself as a member of the tribe. Sometimes you speak. Sometimes you listen. Sometimes you read and make a comment, and other times you keep your thoughts to yourself. My point about this is that when you post something, the comments that follow should be addressed to you as the original poster. If someone makes a comment about somebody else's comment, it's not cool, and they are not following the master plan of protocol. The main post should be the focal point for all replies, not the comments of other people. Please take the high road and refrain from commenting on other people's replies, which I call sniping. For the most part, they're trying to say, my way is better, you don't know what you're talking about. It only makes them look petty. Make your comments to the original person that posted and leave everyone else's comments alone. It's just good manners and will leave everyone with a much better impression of you. As hard as it may be, I am asking you to leave the snide remarks and petty comments to those who want to appear immature. That's it. That's my take on this. What's yours? Share your thoughts with me down in the comment section, and I'll be right back. In today's tips and tricks, I want to ask you something. How would you like to know if someone was saying something good or bad about you on the internet? I think this is very important, especially if their comments weren't exactly truthful. Sometimes people make stuff up just to slam your business. It is a scientific fact that everyone slightly embellishes a story when they retell it. But this could really hurt you or your company's reputation. Here's a case in point. One day I received a phone call from a guy who wanted to rent an entire DJ system without the music and have us set it up in a nearby town for his wedding. Since I'm the only one that can do that for his wedding date, and it was over 6 months away, I didn't want to commit to this rental when I may not even be in town. I explained that this was too far away from his date and I could guarantee the equipment, but not the delivery and setup. My advice to him was to call me back as we got closer to his date and see exactly what we could do. He would have none of that. He proceeded to chew me out, tell me how I was going to run my company, and when I tried to explain anything, he was rude and told me to shut up. I had had enough at this point and decided, you know what, it's time to hang up on this guy. The next thing I know, I had a review on Wedding Wire giving me a 0.5 star. I knew that couldn't be right. So as I researched this wedding review, I realized that it was this same guy who was trying to make my life miserable. Keep in mind, we never did any business together at all. I just didn't want to listen to him telling me how to run my company because he didn't get what he wanted, and because I hung up on him, now he's trying to trash my name. I disputed the review, and I had proof that I was at a different city doing a different wedding and that the review was completely bogus. So kudos to Wedding Wire. They removed it right away, and this guy wasn't finished. Then he went to my business Facebook page and trashed me there. By this time, I saw his pattern and I had had enough, so I fired back. Finally, Facebook got involved and removed most of the exchanges between him and I. Can you believe that Facebook still won't remove this one single bogus review from this guy? What if he had gone all over the internet trashing me and my company and he never was a real client? How would I know? Google Alerts is how you find out. This is a free program from Google, and you want to get involved with this. You want to download it, you want to set it up, and when you do, it monitors the keywords that you want to keep track of, like your name or your company's name. Then you get an email every time Google finds those keywords as it crawls the internet. It's completely free, and it's just waiting for you to set up. I'm going to post the link in the comments section for you. This is something that you need to jump on so that you can protect your good name. I'll be right back after this short break. That's my show for today. I'll be back next week with all new topics to help you and your business. Be sure to give me your thoughts on today's show down in the comments section below, and don't forget to give us that thumbs up. If you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Facebook, and I'll share that link below as well. So until next Sunday, my name is Mike Schnauder. Be safe, and thanks for watching.